What's up, Auburn? You're listening to Live with DJP on WEGL. For the next hour, my friends and I will be talking about life, music, and whatever else comes to mind. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on 91.1. Now get ready for some live stories, live emotions, live with DJP. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Live with DJP, number 25. Today I'm joined by Noah Brown and Marco Promo, otherwise known as NOA and Dawson O'Brien. You like what I did there? With that
I like that.
Okay.
Love it, man. That's great.
All right, so who are we going to start with? Who's introducing themselves first?
I'm Noah, N-O-A, you spell it without the H, pretty dope. I'm a CEO, founder of Sound Studios, and a producer, and also part-time artist and songwriter.
I'm Dawson. I'm working with marketing and with promotion, and so we were thinking, like, what kind of role is that? That's kind of, a whole lot of things put together there. And after a little brainstorm, and someone said, "Dude, you're Marco Promo is what you are."
Marco Promo,
and
ladies
I said,
and gentlemen.
"You know what? That's
Marco
exactly what I am." So I'm the Marco Promo for Sound Studios.
God dang.
And Marco/Dawson, you're from Brentwood, right?
Yes,
Tennessee.
sir.
And Noah, where are you from?
I'm
again?
from Sikeston, Missouri.
You said that one more time?
Sikeston, Missouri.
I've never heard of that place before.
Or
But
Cape Girardeau, Missouri.
yeah, you said it's right by Illinois, isn't it?
Yes, we're right on the Mississippi River.
Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, I met these two fine gentlemen about a year ago. I've talked about November 2019. I had a show about the entire month one time, and I talked about how I met y'all. I didn't talk about y'all specifically, but I went up to Belmont that one weekend for the Phi Mu formal, and I think I met y'all probably before we were waiting on the bus. That whole night was there was so much going on. I remember how cold it was.
Dude, it was freezing.
It was freezing cold.
That.
That was the coldest month in November. Because down here, I remember earlier that week, it was in the 90s at the time. And I was waiting on the bus, and I was thinking, hopefully I can go up to Nashville this weekend, and it's going to be cold, and it'll feel good. And actually, the picture that I have on the stream, the background thing, was actually taken that same weekend whenever I was up there. So I did a new Saturday special background because my background was orange and blue. Then I decided to switch it to this one from Nashville because I got two of my buddies coming in town. So
Heck yeah.
I understand that you just released a new song. You've got some stuff in the works, but let's talk about the one you just released.
So we just released Trying to Forgive You with my boy Tyler Petrossi. And that was dude, it was a song, I had the first part of it wrote for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be a scratch, and because I couldn't sing the hook, I can't sing, barely rap, but and Tyler came over to re-record a song that's going on the album, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey bro, I got this other song, try the hook on this." And, we recorded it, sounded great, and
Mm-hmm.
so now it's out. That was just about a month ago. So
That's
pretty
what's up.
quick. Yeah.
And that was released. This is Thursday, right? So just 2 days
That
ago.
was released 2 days ago. So y'all go stream that.
Yeah, y'all feel free to go check that out. That's NOA on Spotify. What other platforms is it on?
It's on everything: Apple Music, YouTube. Not on SoundCloud yet. Kind of lacked on that. But
Can you buy it on iTunes?
You can buy it on iTunes.
I would encourage everyone to
buy
go
it on
check that
iTunes.
out. Yeah, y'all go check that out.
One buy on iTunes gets me more money than 1,000 Spotify streams. So.
And Dawson, what was your part of the process with this song? Because you're on the cover art for it, right?
That's right. My girlfriend Maddie, she's a really good photographer, so we really wanted to make the album cover really, really cool for this single because it's such a good song that we really want the visuals to go well with it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm decent at photography, but she's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought her over. We were taking some pictures. We took different ones. In our head, we were gonna pick one really good one
Yeah.
to help promote it, but we got three really good shots. Formed a really cool album cover, and
He was wearing this sweatshirt,
Oh, yeah.
Nice
That's right.
promo.
That's a good looking
Had to
shirt
throw that
right
in
there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
I saw you had, it looked like some, I don't remember what kind of Jordans they were.
So he's big in the shoe game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's all about like the getting them on the drop and like buying it. So those were the Jordan 1 OG Chicago's.
Ooh.
So that's a nice shoe.
That's
If you guys
a
don't
rare
know,
shoe,
The
ladies
real
and
deal.
gentlemen. We're talking to a real businessman, a real
we're
Missouri rapper with some good shoe game.
hey, based out of Nashville now though.
Based out of Nashville, yeah. So we're talking to the CEO of Sound Studios LLC, and you said you've been working on this company for like 6 years now.
Dude, so Sound Studios, I've been making music with my buddies back home, a great group of guys. Honestly, if it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't be here right now.
Mhm.
They like we motivate each other and everything, and it's been an idea that's thrown around in like our community, and we've always said Sound Studios this, Sound Studios that.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what it'd be ever, just like cool idea. And so over quarantine, I hit up my buddy that he runs studio sessions, does producing, he raps
Yeah.
and everything. I was like, bro, like let's make it a business, like let's get this going. We
Mhm.
have people, we already like produce for people, like let's do this thing. We got it, and business is great. We're just waiting to drop all the music we've been recording. So,
Yeah, man. And you've got, you said, over 100 mixes.
dude,
Ready to
we
go?
actually, yes, we just got the 100th mix about 2 weeks ago. That was like my goal for this year. So
And
yeah.
is that 100 in 1 year? Or
That's
how
100
long?
in 1 year, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's just 2020, but we've been grinding.
That's impressive. That's a lot of projects.
Yes, sir.
Because I know I've seen that you post like the producer memes sometimes
Oh, yeah.
on the
Oh,
Instagram
yeah.
story.
I'm
And
definitely an audio nerd.
definitely. I remember when I got my laptop, it's chilling in my backpack, but I got like a Razer computer and it came with the cheapest version of Fruity Loops.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember trying to figure out how to use Fruity Loops on my laptop, and I was like, yeah, that's never gonna work out. But we've got a MIDI keyboard in there, and I
Maybe we
like
can cook something
try
up after this.
I try and mess around on the MIDI a little bit. I mean, I got the guitar in there if we wanted to record anything, because I mean, y'all heard the song that we recorded on for the intro. We did that like 2-3 weeks back. Just it's something we call it the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
It's something that we kind of just wrote. We saw something off like an Instagram post, like you know those reels that'll have someone playing like a minor. I don't even know. I have the weirdest explore page on Instagram, but we saw it, kind of just messed around with it and worked on it for like a month, just
Yeah.
kind of jamming out to it and just doing whatever happens whenever we play. And one night we were in here like, all right, we're gonna do something legit. So we recorded it. I had my buddy Nate, Astro Nate. He was on the acoustic, and that was me with the electric guitar. So, I mean, I might not have 100 mixes taken care of in the year. Hey, man, I'm doing my best though,
Hey, man.
because I mean that's
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, man, you really do got to start somewhere. And you started back in high school.
Yes, sir. Dude, funny story how this started. It's like I've always loved music, but man,
Mhm.
how this started, I used to be ASAP Noah. That was my Xbox
A$AP
name. That
Noah.
used to be my name. People back home, they call me ASAP. But I got in a rap battle with one of my
Mhm.
buddies in theology class freshman year. And like this big thing, I was like, oh, and I was like, all right, I've heard about SoundCloud, right?
Yeah.
So I go home, I buy a beat off iTunes, I write a diss rap completely about this kid.
Oh my gosh.
Drop it, and everyone, it's like, I mean, it was a joke and it was bad. Like, I definitely
Mhm.
don't think people are like bumping that to bump.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, it was fun. It was like that first taste, like, okay. And I literally recorded that on my iPhone and like a Beats headphone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
You really do. What about you, Marco Promo? Where did you start in the promotion business?
I mean, I recently got involved with Sound Studios not too long ago.
Mhm.
Me and Noah have been, close because we're in the same fraternity together.
Yeah.
But very recently is when our relationship evolved to both a friendship and kind of working together.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've just been like, we get down, we'll sit down and talk about like where we want to go, what we
Yeah.
want to do, like where are we trying to be in the next few years, or where we want to be in the next few months, and like plan stuff out, like how are we going to stay relevant, how are we going to get the streams, how are we going to keep the streams going.
Thinking a
It's-
step ahead, dude.
Right. So
Chess,
we-
not checkers. This is the real world.
Right. So it's a lot of time, planning stuff out. So I haven't done a whole lot on the promo yet, but we have a lot planned out for me to start executing as soon as it's ready.
Dude,
my
that's
man's
what I
got
love to hear.
connections too.
Got the connections.
Big with
'cause
the connections too.
Big with the
Very
connections, he
personable guy.
says.
Very personable guy.
I love connecting with people.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, I talked to you probably more. I'm not sure which one of y'all I talked to more whenever I was at Belmont like a year ago, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see these guys again. There's not a doubt in my mind
Absolutely.
because that formal was an absolute blast.
Dude,
Dude.
it was a fun time.
That was we were talking about like pit vipers right before the show. That's the first time I'd ever seen those like in person.
Right.
I'd never seen someone wear those, and there was some guy who just had them on and was rocking them. Thinking, what school am I at right now? Because do y'all know how many students go to Belmont?
I think like
8,000.
9,000.
Say, don't quote me on that, but like it's not very big.
Yeah,
It's just small.
It's getting bigger though.
It's
but
definitely getting bigger, but
Mhm.
It's definitely small.
it's no Auburn.
Small college experience.
and is the campus isn't like evacuated right now, but aren't they having like the
Yeah.
debate or
We have
something
the
there?
debate next Thursday.
Right.
Is that when it is? Yeah. So don't you guys have to like all move?
No,
into-
so it's only a few dorms.
Oh,
Some of the
okay.
dorms that are in like the proximity, they have to leave for the day.
Yeah.
So they're staying at a really nice hotel that has like a water park, so they get to spend the day there.
Oh, Belmont's paying for them to stay at the hotel.
Because they can't. Be
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That is cool, man. I love that school. The architecture, everything about that school is so awesome. I wish I could go there, but I mean, y'all already know I'm DJP at Auburn. I gotta stay here, and the people who might be listening to this in the radio, y'all know me. Y'all know who I am, and we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. So y'all stay tuned. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Harrison Smith. You may know me from my work as Scuba, one of the hosts of the hit award-winning show Nerdcore on Weagle 91.1 FM. But what you may not know about me is that I'm a website enthusiast. That's why I'm here to tell you about WeagleFM.com. It's our hotspot on the web with live broadcast articles and more. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. Tune into your favorite shows at any time with a 24/7 online stream right on the homepage. And don't forget to check out the schedule for our station's full selection of music, sports, and talk shows. For the sports fans, there's articles aplenty covering all of the current events in football, basketball, and beyond. For those music fans, Weagle FM has got you covered. We have album and concert reviews and theme playlists for any mood. We even have live musical performances with Weagle Sessions. There's more than enough content here to keep you procrastinated when you really should be studying for that test. That's right, we know you've been slacking off. Get back to it, lazy. So, no matter what sound you're looking for, we've got it only on WeagleFM.com. That's WeaglFM.com and Weagle 91.1 FM, Auburn.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzzed driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Well, that ad actually ran a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Live with DJP and Friends, episode number 25. Today is October 17th, 2020. It's around 4:18, kind of running around the breaks today. But, you know, it's a beautiful day, and this is Live with DJP, where we do what we want. Say welcome back, everyone, to Dawson and Noah. I completely just mixed those two up whenever I was talking to y'all. But
What's up?
What's going on?
all right, I have a question for both of y'all. What was like a song that made you want to become an artist?
Valley Girls by Black Bear.
That's the first song that was on that playlist.
That's my all-time favorite song.
Mhm.
Has been since 2015. This one girl showed it to me, and like it's just stuck. It's just that's been
It's
I love the
stuck.
production in it. I love that. What made me really want to be a producer.
Mhm.
So,
And Dawson, I know. Well, you're an artist in a different way,
Right.
Like, what if you could think of a song that's like, you know, I want to be successful.
Right.
What might that song be, or the artist?
I got to be honest with you, and I might get some hate for it, but it's All the Small Things by Blink-182.
All
And
the
it-
Small Things by Blink-182. I can't argue with. I can't get
Yeah,
mad.
I remember hearing it in probably first grade, 2nd
Mhm.
grade, and just like being like, that's the genre. Like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna do something, it's that genre. It's the best.
Do you like Adam's song?
I love Adam's song.
I love that one, dude.
That one's deep.
That one is so
But
good.
I remember being like, that's what I want to be. But like, I'm not, I love music and everything, but like, and I could play it for fun, but I'm not good enough artistry wise. But that's why I want to help out on the business side.
Yeah. What all do you play?
I play guitar, bass, and I played trumpet for a few years. So I've got that too.
Did you do band or anything
did.
like that? Cool.
I did band. I did jazz band for 3 years.
Nice. Did you do band at all, or have you just kind of?
I did percussion 6th through 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
No, I do not still hold the percussion skill like I did back then.
Do-
But,
You ever play drum set at all?
dude, no. I more on the mallets and snare. I mean, it was basic stuff. Like I would not consider myself a band person, but
But I could see that being like something that kind of led you down, like the path you're going with production and all.
I mean, it taught me music. So
Mhm.
that like I understood music theory through band and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
time and like just all like the stuff you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dude,
it was helpful, but
you were actually one of the first people that talked to me about music theory that like it caught my attention. I don't even barely remember what we were talking about last year, but I remember you said you were talking about producing and how knowing music theory just opens so many doors to figuring out how to produce. And I've got like a friend of mine that we've been jamming out recently, and he's teaching me music theory little by little. And it's crazy how much more stuff makes sense with each thing that you learn, and like just making your content better.
exactly.
Right.
It's a very once you learn like psychology behind music and like why people like stuff, like why do people like hits, like which is what a lot of like what I've learned at Belmont, like that part helps like so much as well too, because you can like you understand more. Like when I listen to my old music, I see like, okay, the production, like, so we use a YouTube beat, right? And like none of the beat isn't talking with the lyrics. Like I like when the beat is talking with your lyrics and you use your voice almost as an instrument as well.
Yeah.
And so everything like sounds plain, and like there's no part that like with the riser that swooshes up and gets everybody going and stuff. And I feel like that's a big part that's helped me with production too, is like understanding like what people like and like what gets people going. And stuff like that.
And that's what you got to do if you want to make it, is you have to adapt and like learn what people want to make the content that you really want to succeed. Because I mean, you can make something like if you just want to do it, and it won't exactly be what the people want. Like what was that Kanye song, "Lift Yourself"?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The
right.
did he scoop? Did he that thing? Is like Kanye just did that because he wanted to do it. And I mean, I feel like that's what he does with a lot of his music. But I mean, Kanye's on a different breed. Is like I don't even know how to say it the right way. It's like people like us that kind of, I mean, we're not struggling, but it's like it's a different way of producing content. Like you got to do what's successful compared to do what you want.
Exactly.
Because we're all just trying to make it. We're all trying to be successful. We're grinding.
And I mean, you got to have the uniqueness in it, right? Like you got to be different. Like you can't just make Post Malone's song and then know that you're going to be as good, because that's what he has, his unique sound. He didn't copy anyone, but yes, he pulls from influences like everybody does.
Yeah, everyone.
And I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, one thing that, like, one of my friends and I've talked about is how there's just not really any originality left in the world. But what you can do to be original is just spin off something that was great. And, I mean, I haven't even found anything like your stuff before. Like, I enjoy listening to it. Like, it's good, man.
That.
It's
I try to be out there.
But I have a question about, okay, so Hope You're Great was the one I played on here.
Yes.
And I'm going to
I'm going to send you the clean version for that one.
Yeah, I'm going to get that one on here. But it feels like you're talking to a specific person.
Oh man, you're really gonna put me on blast, aren't you? DJ?
I mean, you don't have to respond to it.
No,
I don't have
I'll
to
talk about
roast
it a
you
little bit.
like the.
So, a lot of my music. So like my album, it's I'm all good with this girl, right? Like we're cool. I don't really know where she stands with me, but like I'm completely like okay. Like I wish her the best life. What people don't understand is a lot of people from back home that like know the situation. Like the lyrics are pretty exact to the situation, which like I like, but like it's whatever. But the big thing is like a lot of these songs were written like 2 years ago or something, like, or a year ago, or like also like dramatizing songs. Like, so if you're like talking about how you hate a girl because she broke your heart, like it might not be that you still hate her, but you got to go into that moment of that feeling of then, because when you pull out raw emotion you really feel, people connect to that.
Yeah, because
And
it's
that's-
authentic.
Exactly.
And they enjoy it and they love it.
So that's
dude.
why I write real stuff.
Oh yeah. See, and I appreciate that because I've talked about Pink Floyd's The Wall before and how The
Amazing.
Wall was like Roger Waters. My friend used the word magnum opus as like his just best work, and it's about like his life. Like that's what made it so great. It's like what you're saying about writing these lyrics, like they're real, like they're
Exactly.
legit about a specific person. That's what makes it good. It's what
Exactly.
makes people
And you know,
enjoy
you've
it.
got to. You also got to know when you write. Like, all right, I can't go too exact to the situation because then it's not going to be relatable. You still have to have that relatable element.
Oh
So-
yeah, you gotta.
So I feel
throw
like I
the-
did better in Trying to Forgive You maybe than Hope You're Great. Like Hope You're Great was a bit more personal, but
We gotta get the. Me and my friend, we gave it a word sometime. I think it was like the ambiguity variable. Throw it in there. You gotta
Yeah.
have like the perfect percentage of it to make it
Exactly.
so it doesn't make it a dead giveaway, but it still leaves people on their toes thinking about it.
exactly.
Part of the formula of song writing, song making. I mean, I can't write lyrics. I mean, I can kind of write like a little bit of music just whenever I'm playing the guitar, but I mean, you're a talented man, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate
Writing
it.
lyrics. Dawson, you write any music?
Yeah, me and him co-wrote.
Plus,
Hope
Oh,
You're Great
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Dawson was on there with Hope You're Great. I'm sorry, dude. I completely forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Or-
No,
yeah.
we co-wrote that.
Mhm.
And there's some other people that we're working with that I'm gonna try to write with them as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of both like businessy and creative. So like I'd like to help out like in creative ways on the side just to help things go, and then again focus on business. But
Yeah. And what's
yeah.
your major?
I'm a double major in music business and accounting.
Okay. Wow.
That's right.
That is a lot.
Well,
When-
businessman over here.
the real deal businessman.
It's a tough degree.
Dude,
we're
it's
g-
tough 2 degrees.
I'm over
Or
here
is it?
playing
That's
in
for-
studios for my degree.
Oh wait, what is it?
Audio engineering.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
Yes.
Because I mean, I've tried my hand at audio engineering. I mean, like the miking stuff off part isn't too terrible, but when it comes to like the production stuff,
Yeah.
well, I mean, we've already gone into that. I'm definitely not one of the best at that. But so, what led y'all to Belmont? I've been wondering about that. Because like Missouri to Belmont, I mean Brentwood, Belmont's pretty close by, but how'd you come from Missouri to Nashville?
So it was junior year. I remember this. I was sitting in the living room with my parents, and they were like, "Noah, what do you want to do with your life?" And I was like, "Well, the only thing other than baseball at the moment. So I used to play that one, go to college for that. But only other thing than baseball is like I really like to make beats on my computer and do that
Mhm.
stuff." And they're like, "Well, how are you gonna make that a degree?" So we started searching up stuff, and we found out about audio engineering, which I didn't even really know was like a degree.
Yeah.
And found out it was at Belmont. We're like, well, Nashville, that's a great place to get started in the
Mhm.
music industry with connections. Like everybody's there. And then it's also only 3.5 hours away from my house. So it's like,
Oh,
it was
okay.
also a perfect distance of like, I can go home if I want, but I'm not home. Like I'm
Mhm.
away doing my own thing.
Yeah,
Which
so-
is what I wanted.
Okay. I didn't realize it was only like 3 hours for
Yeah.
you from where you're from.
I'm at
'cause-
the very bottom of Missouri. Like it's connected to like Kentucky, Illinois, and we're real close to Tennessee.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And that's around Cape Girardeau, I think
Yes.
you said. Okay. Dawson. So what led you to the road to Belmont?
I just knew I really want to be a part of the music business.
Mhm.
And I knew that that's one of the best places you can get it. But it was between going for my dreams in the music business or playing lacrosse in college. And I decided that, the rest of my life in this business is way better than 4 years of playing college sports. So.
A little bit of lacrosse wouldn't be too bad. I'm just playing around. I've never played lacrosse before. I know like a couple guys that have played, but I mean, I play golf. Like that's my sport. I can play a little bit of basketball. Do y'all like what kind of sports do you guys like watching? If you like watching sports,
Football and basketball.
football and basketball.
Baseball too, like World Series. But I don't like to watch baseball. I like to play it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'd say my top are probably football, golf, and hockey. I love watching hockey.
Watching hockey. Who do you? I'm guessing you're like a Preds fan.
Big Preds fan.
Who was it
Go
that won it?
Preds.
That was it. The Tampa Bay team that won this year, the Lightning.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Mm. And does Belmont have football? I forget.
No,
No,
we don't.
sadly. I went to
Aw.
a high school that didn't have football either.
Oh man.
It's been a rough life.
Wait, how big was your high school?
It was big, it wasn't like big. It was big for back home big. I mean, we
Mhm.
graduated with like 130, 140. So back home big, here probably not. But
Yeah.
The people that owned our school, I think, just didn't like football. So we had soccer, but just no football.
Were y'all like very good at any of the specific
Yeah,
sports?
we were really so basketball. It really just depended. Like my freshman year, our baseball team won state 17-0, like state championship.
Oh wow.
We got third place in state in basketball. We made a few playoff runs. I mean, we were always good, but high school sports in my area are pretty good. So,
And you?
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I went to high school with football. I played football in high school. Really enjoyed it. But then
What'd you play?
defensive end. I actually have a great story about that. You know Ty Chandler?
I have no idea who that is.
He's the running back for University of Tennessee. I tackled him. I have an awesome story about it.
Is there any battle scars or anything?
Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him because here's the thing. It was sophomore year of high school, and he was a senior. And he had already committed to Tennessee, and it was supposed to be varsity against varsity, JV against JV. And I was
Yeah.
starting JV at the time, so they put us in the game. But NBA, the team he played for, they kept all their varsity in for one play. 'Cause They didn't know we were supposed to swap, and it was just a simple run up the middle, and there I was sitting at the line of scrimmage, and just took it like a man. Got plowed, but tripped him up enough, and he fell. And that's my big story. He's the leading rusher in the SEC.
Not a baby.
and
Oh yeah.
I
We
was
have an
able to-
athlete in the building, ladies
But-
and gentlemen.
Yeah, he totally he creamed me. It was a huge bright flash. It was bad. But
Well,
it
you
was
know,
fun.
hey, he didn't make it past you though. Like he may have hit
That's right,
you,
he
but
ran
he,
into a
he
brick
didn't go
wall.
very far after. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go into another quick commercial break. Thank you for tuning in to Live with DJP and Friends.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Gain practical experience with emerging technology and equipment not found in the civilian world. The Army National Guard can get you started in an array of STEM-related career fields such as information technology, communication systems, special forces engineers, technical engineering, air traffic control, and chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear science. Get a head start on your career in an exciting new field while earning money to pay for college, all while serving in your own community. Log on to NationalGuard.com or talk to a recruiter in your area to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Want to help pull the plug on cyber terrorists? Or get the skills to work with satellites and other space technology? How about learning the avionics inside stealth fighters? And do you want to reach your goals fast? You can do it and take your life to the next level in the Air National Guard. Because you serve part-time, you do it in a way that works for you. You can achieve your career and educational goals with plenty of time for family and friends. The Air Guard offers nearly 200 career specialties, so you'll get the high-tech skills you need to kick your career into high gear. You can also be eligible for college tuition assistance. The best part is, in the Air Guard, you'll be making a real difference by serving your community and country. So get your future off the ground in the Air National Guard. Call the Alabama Air National Guard at 1-800-TOGO-ANG or visit goang.com/AL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Live with DJP number 25. We are back from the commercial break. Joining me today are NOA and Marco Promo. Those are just nicknames. They have real names. But before we get into the real names, we're going to talk about what these real names are for. And that is for Sound Studios, LLC, based out of Nashville. You said you wanted to give a quick shout out to some of the bros?
I was just want to say one thing about it. So my partners, Christian and Gabe, I'll say one thing. If you want to do something in life, surround yourself around successful people. Also, well, my partner, Christian, my employees, Gabe, and Dawson coming on the team too, and we're getting more people. And, like, surround yourself around people that work hard.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, my team definitely does that, and, like, I love them for that. So,
Yeah, man. There's two types of people in this world.
I'll tell you.
There's people that do, and there's people that don't.
Exactly.
And like you're saying, man, surround yourself with people that do, because that's how you are successful.
You are who you're around, man. That's, like, the truest statement I've ever heard, too.
Mhm.
You're around people that party and do nothing all the time, like, then you're probably going to do that. Partying's not bad too, by the way.
I mean,
You can
yeah,
do
it
You
ain't-
just
it
gotta
ain't
work
bad.
hard, play hard.
Yeah, work hard, play hard, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we live by. What about you, Marco?
What do you mean?
Huh? Do you anything Sound Studios? You want to give them a little shout out and anything?
I
You want to
mean-
give a shout out to anyone?
You want to talk about a few artists real quick?
Yeah, I'd love to talk a few.
Let's talk about how hype you are about Mason Tap.
Okay, listen. There's a guy we're working with who's you're gonna hear his name. I feel that way. That's just my statement.
Mm-hmm.
His pop music is so unique.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard it before, but it's also like it's like I've heard it like
My
for
whole
10
life,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's the same thing.
I connect with it so much, and it's so good.
It's the good stuff.
It's really, really good.
We got
Dude.
some cool stuff coming for him this Christmas time around there.
Mhm.
I'd
Right.
say, like right around November, December.
Would that be like the next Sounds drop or?
That'll be kind of like one of the first artist things with Sounds. We also have a few other artists, James Mason, which he's not really with Sounds, but he's a really good country artist. We're
Mhm.
very excited about. He's been making some moves in Nashville, and
Absolutely.
we're finishing up I think he's coming to Nashville next week, finish up his EP, and
Yeah.
hopefully release some stuff on that.
Are they? I'm guessing neither of these guys are students at Belmont.
Mason Tapp is a student.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year is he?
He's a junior too. Yeah. he's a
Okay.
junior.
Is he in y'all's fraternity? Or is he just like another guy?
I met him in a class freshman year.
Mhm.
Yes, dude. We just hit it off. Like we're good buddies. Like he's one of my best friends too. And then he showed me his music one day, and I was like, bro, how
Where's
is
it
this
been?
just now came up, man?
Mhm.
Like he is absolutely insane.
Dude, sometimes. Wait, what? What were you
I
about
was
to say?
just gonna say he's just such a natural talent behind him.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like he's self-taught guitar as well,
Oh wow.
and he just hears it by ear, and it is so unique.
Mhm.
Like you can't recreate what he does with it because he just taught himself,
Yeah.
and it's definitely a sound I think a lot of people should hear.
Does he have anything like recorded and ready to go already?
He's got stuff out already. This
Oh,
will just
okay.
be the stuff that comes out like with Sound. So like we're a big thing like Dawson's first project, along with the podcast we're gonna be coming out with.
Mm-hmm.
Is our promotion plan for Mason Tap, and that's a big thing we've been working on, having meetings with him about. But we finally got like kind of our final songs chose out of what we're gonna do for this first batch.
Yeah.
It's getting that promotion plan because it can sit on Spotify all day, but if you don't do nothing to promote it or do anything, it's just gonna sit there no matter how good you are.
Exactly, dude. And I mean, like working on a marketing degree is kind of teaching me how to like go like with the plan of posting stuff. Because since today's like a kind of awkward day for doing stuff, I didn't do as much promo for it. But like each week, I've got like a whole posting schedule, all that, and it's crazy how it works. You can see whenever promotional stuff works, especially if you've put work into it. And I mean, you live and you learn. Some things some things work, some things don't, for real. But the podcast, do y'all have a name for it yet, or?
So I don't know if we're gonna name it just like the Sound Studios podcast, but we'll be on YouTube and it'll be at our studio in Nashville. Also, we have 2 studios in Cape Girardeau as well, so back home.
Yeah.
But we're based out in Nashville mainly. And yeah, I think it'll just be like the Sound Studios podcast on our YouTube channel. No like special name, but kind of just bring in independent artists and let them talk about their music, their inspirations, so like their fans can get to know them better. So.
Yeah, yeah. And that's Sound Studios with the $sign and both S's. Well, is it Sound
4
Studios? So okay, so there's 4
it's
S's.
Sounds like S. This is like the most frequently asked question, which so sounds like SOUNDS, and then also studios. So 2 more S's. STUDIOS.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Sounds or Sound Studio.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I definitely made a little bit of a typo whenever I was posting the thing on Instagram earlier, but
DJP.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not perfect, bro. Hey, we were talking about cancel culture earlier. How just because I'm not perfect doesn't mean you can cancel me. I'm just messing around at this point. But so, what's like the next drop looking like for you? You got anything?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I've been my main day-to-day is producing for people. Like, so my artist profile is more like stuff I make in my free time because I love to make music. Like, instead of playing video games, I'm gonna make a song. Like, that's just me. And I'm planning on dropping another single around December, and then I've got the album coming out early 21. I'm not putting a date on that yet because I'm not exactly sure which songs and all that. We've got like so many, and I don't want to put them all on there. So that's the stuff to look forward to from Noah. We have one Sound Studios release coming up. It's called Forever. It's by some of our artists back home, C-Word, Young Neva, and King Mont.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very good rappers as well. They've been working with us for a long time, gotten so much better over the years. So that's some exciting stuff. And, of course, Mason Tap coming up. And James Mason, which we don't have a date on yet, but are finishing up this week. So after that, we should start getting the date and promotion for it.
And you said you met Mason Tap in a classroom. How'd you meet James Mason?
All right, so this goes back to the girl that all my lyrics are about. Well, all right, well, not every song's about her, but the inspiration to a lot of my lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to University of Georgia,
Yeah.
and James went to University of Georgia, and so my girlfriend and the girl he was dating at the time, my ex-girlfriend, they were best friends and actually like they roomed together.
Mm-hmm.
And so we met through that. I'd go down to Georgia and we'd hang out. And then like towards the end, like right when we both broke up, he like hit me up. He's like, "Hey bro, I make music." And I was like, "Oh, you just now telling me this?" And
Oh.
he sent me a little demo. We were just gonna do a little collab thing, like Noah times James Mason. Then we came up, made a few songs, and some important people in Nashville heard it. And we just been kind of in a process with that. And so, yeah, that's how we met. It's kind of a really weird situation, but me and him are great friends now too.
So he goes to UGA.
Yes, he goes
Okay.
to UGA.
Where is he from?
He's from Blackshear, Georgia.
I have
Well,
no idea. what
Bodunk
that
town
is.
in South Georgia.
South Georgia town. I'm from Daphne, Alabama, which is right near Mobile. I don't know.
Got you.
I don't know if y'all have ever been down there.
I've been to
We're-
Daphne.
Mhm. You've been to Daphne before? Who do you know down there?
Reese Holmes lives down there.
I'm not sure if I recognize the name, but yeah,
He
I mean,
moved there. He only lived there for about a year before he went to college. He went to Alabama.
mm.
So, but yeah, he's from there, and I visited him there one time. I like Daphne. It's actually pretty cool.
Oh, dude, I love it down there. I mean, we're on the opposite side of the bay from Mobile. So, like, I went to high school in Mobile, so I'd have to drive across the bay every morning to go to school, which wasn't ideal. But, I mean, I think the opposite side of Mobile is, like, under the water level, and we're above it. So, I'd much rather be, like, where I'm living. I mean, I love it there because it's quicker to get to Auburn by, like, 20, 30 minutes, depending on where you live. So, it's only, like, 3 hours for me to get to Auburn from my house. But for me to get to Nashville from here is like 5 hours. Yeah. So I can't believe y'all made that 5-hour drive today, man.
Dude, we're just thankful you're having us.
Dude, yeah, y'all are always welcome on WEGL 91.1. Had to throw the radio voice
Nice
in
little
there.
promo in there.
I try to not do it on purpose sometimes just because, like, it sounds super cheesy. But I've got an ID on here, like the WEGL kind of thing, and it's super cheesy just because, you know, I'm only going to be here a few years, and I guarantee it'll be in the system for a little while longer,
Hey,
so
there you
might as
go.
well play it.
Your legacy lives on, man.
Maybe we'll see how long it is. My real legacy is, like, this room, though. You know, all the stuff
Dude, this
on
room
the walls.
is super dope, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Well, for the people that who can't see us right now, who might be listening on the radio, so these walls used to be, like, you can see that one, how blank it was. And I was telling these guys earlier about how it came about me decorating was just one day I was in class and, you know, the creative juices were flowing in a different direction. So they flowed into this room and I put stuff all over the walls because just like the blank white walls were so depressing in here. And we've got like the industrial lighting overhead and it was super bright and it wasn't the vibe of a radio station, like of a studio. And I was thinking about doing live sessions, like live studio sessions in here with like a guitar, maybe a bass. We couldn't fit a drum set in here, but I mean, if I can stream from this computer, I love to be able to set something up like right there sometime, man. And do y'all have what type of like equipment are y'all running at the studio?
I've got quite. So I'm about to put up my room speakers. Then we also have monitor speakers. We run out of a 8 input, 10 output interface. We've got mic collection, you know, the SM7Bs, all the beautiful condenser vocal mics. Working on the instrument collection, but like almost everyone I work with has their own stuff they want to use anyways. So
Yeah,
it's not,
yeah.
like, most important. You know, we got the room acoustically treated in Nashville now. Our Cape studios. We're actually getting a new studio in Cape, opening our new studio there this coming Wednesday. We're closing on the house, and like we got a really cool setup there. We're excited about, but yeah. So we'll get you sounding good in sound studios.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
We might not have like the big monitor system or something like that, but you're gonna sound just as good as going into a studio paying $500 an hour.
And do you use Logic Pro?
Yes, sir. I mean, I use Logic and Pro Tools. Like I'm fluent in both, but Logic is like my go-to for sound stuff. I use Pro Tools like Nashville. Every studio you go in, they use Pro Tools, so you got to be fluent and know how to do it. But
Yeah, I know what you mean. Got to get it on your resume.
for sure.
I mean, Fruity Loops is like basic knowledge. I can use Adobe Audition if I'm trying to, record stuff, but I mean, I barely know anything about the level of business that you're at right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to one more quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back to close out the show. Thank you all for watching Live with DJP and Friends.
Hi, I'm Harrison Smith. You may know me from my work as Scuba, one of the hosts of the hit award-winning show Nerdcore on Weagle 91.1 FM. But what you may not know about me is that I'm a website enthusiast. That's why I'm here to tell you about WeagleFM.com. It's our hotspot on the web with live broadcast articles and more. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. Tune into your favorite shows at any time with a 24/7 online stream right on the homepage. And don't forget to check out the schedule for our station's full selection of music, sports, and talk shows. For the sports fans, there's articles aplenty covering all of the current events in football, basketball, and beyond. For those music fans, Weagle FM has got you covered. We have album and concert reviews and theme playlists for any mood. We even have live musical performances with Weagle Sessions. There's more than enough content here to keep you procrastinated when you really should be studying for that test. That's right, we know you've been slacking off. Get back to it, lazy. So, no matter what sound you're looking for, we've got it only on WeagleFM.com. That's WEGLFM.com and Weagle 91.1 FM, Auburn.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzzed driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Just so you guys know, buzz driving is drunk driving. So whatever you do, practice safe driving, practice safe habits. There's my little PSA. That PSA was just on, so we were kind of making jokes about it. But so the guys were just telling me there is a merch drop on the way for Sound Studios coming up November 15th. Let us know what are y'all dropping.
So we will have
We're
the
wearing
piece
some of
Dawson's wearing in a bunch of different colors, and we will have a Sound Studios cape and Sound Studios Nashville shirt, and these will be sold on our website, soundstudios.com, where you can also book time now, and they will also be sold in studio. So anyway, they'll be good prices. I mean, I'm pretty sure putting that one $25.
Right.
This one, there's only gonna be like 5 made of it, so it'd be a bit more expensive, but
Got the specialty. I really like that though.
Dude,
That
hey,
thing is so cool.
Shout out to my boy Carson Stroman. This is his company, MATR, and he made this piece for me. And dude is so talented. Great at what he does, for sure.
Shout out all the yeah, we can just go ahead and throw out all the shout outs that we want to give, bro. All the people that support the show. Yeah. Thank you for everyone who's been watching. We're not even gonna finish it up quite yet, because one of the things I like talking about is who y'all predict your Spotify top artists of the year are gonna be. You know how you get the Spotify Wraps,
Ooh,
right?
That's gonna be tough this year.
Think about like who do you think your top 3 would be if you had to guess?
Kid Laroi, Machine Gun Kelly, Ian Dior. I gotta throw Black Bear in there because Black Bear always ends up, because I just love him all the time. But their 3 albums they dropped this year, man, that's like my inspiration, what I've been bumping to like all the time.
And
All
you,
right. I'm the same way.
I was about to say, I think he might be
so
close.
Machine Gun Kelly,
mm-hmm.
the Kid Laroi, and Joji. I think Joji's
Joji's
coming out
fire.
with some fantastic music.
Oh, you like the new album?
I do. I like it a lot.
What's your favorite one on it?
Modus, for sure.
That one's really
It's
good.
really good.
I played You a few weeks ago. I played Gimme Love and Sanctuary, even though they were both like, I think one of them was from 2020. The other was probably 19, but that whole album, Nectar, is so good, man. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I think my top 3 of the year, like it's going to be completely opposite from what y'all are listening
All right,
to.
sure.
Mine's probably going to be, I think it's going to be Fleetwood Mac,
Nice.
maybe Steely Dan. You know, I'm not sure who the other one might be. Let me go check my Spotify right now and just kind of take a look at it. Because I listen to Pink Floyd all the time. That's like my number one. But if it's not Pink Floyd, it's probably going to be like the Eagles. So I've been all into the classic rock because that's kind of where all my, my inspiration comes from is classic rock and like a little bit of, you said the 80s rock is kind of where it started for you.
I went on a road trip and I found all my dad's old CDs. And I saw Aerosmith, like Def Leppard, Poison, Cars, Bon Jovi. Like that's what made me love music. Like that was my first like, oh wow, this is different from some kids bop that I listened to my whole life.
Oh,
So,
dude, I know what you mean. The Radio Disney on Sirius
exactly.
XM.
I'd never heard real music. Then I heard that and I was just blown away. So.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you mean. For me, it started with like 96.1 The Rocket, which was our local classic rock station. And here, I don't want to skip over Dawson. I want to hear like, what do you think it was that kind of started the inspiration for you with music? Like, do you remember what your favorite artist was on the radio, or like your dad's favorite?
Right. Well, like me and you have talked, we're friends. I grew up in a family that was connected in the music business. My dad's an artist, and so from a very young age, music was constantly around.
Yeah.
It was particularly country in my family, but I just started that love for music at a really young age, and I found my first love of music, and of course, like pop punk, like I said earlier.
Oh yeah, Blink-182.
Like Blink-182 and all of them. That's where I really started loving music, and then as I grew up, I started really loving hip hop and rap and getting really into that as well. And so both of those have kind of fused. That's why I love the MGK record. It's fantastic. If you haven't heard it, you need to listen to it.
I actually have not heard it yet. I'll have to check it out.
It's really, really good.
So your dad was a country artist. So
Right.
like, what's your favorite country artist?
My
If you
favorite
have one, yeah.
Man, I'd say right now, Morgan Wallen, but of all time, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
What about
Nice.
Hardy, bro?
Hardy's really good too.
Hardy is so fire, man.
Okay,
Who's that?
Hardy?
One of the best songwriters in Nashville right now.
Right.
He started his artist career. I mean, he's not really blown up yet, but the dude makes amazing music.
Does he work with you guys?
I wish.
Hardy,
I
if you're
wish, man.
listening, hook up with these guys. These
Yes,
guys know what
Hardy,
they're doing.
please.
They're legit.
Please.
Come record it sounds.
Do you like country music, Noah?
Dude, I like it because I relate to it with where I grew up. Like my dad was a farmer. Like I grew up around that stuff. And moving to Nashville, I started listening to it more, and I've started producing country now because I'm in Nashville. Like I got to.
You got to dip
So
your toe in
I'm
it.
starting to like it more for fun. I like it more. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get into all kinds of music. Just, I mean, for me, I never even liked country music until I got into high school because I rode with this girl to school, and she always played it, and it was like kind of modern pop country, and I didn't like it. But like junior year was where I really kind of started liking country music. And I mean, we're not even super focused on country music, but I like to throw it in there because y'all are from the
Music City?
Is it just called the Music City, or?
It's called Music City, but it's definitely known for like the honky tonk downtown. Every place like playing country music, and that's where all the country artists are and songwriters and whatnot.
And y'all have got the Ryman up there too, right? The Ryman.
Oh yeah, the Ryman Auditorium.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there.
It's awesome.
Very cool place.
I was listening to, I think, like the Black Keys episode of the Joe Rogan show, and they were talking about the Ryman Auditorium. And ever since then, like that's when I kind of found out what it was, because I love Nashville. Like if I go anywhere, I'd love to either go like Nashville or Austin, Texas. So I mean, if I come up to Nashville, y'all already know
Hey, man.
collaborations
Absolutely.
are about to
Yes,
be
sir.
going
Come to
down.
Nashville, man. Nashville's great, and it seems like everybody's moving there right now. To me, we're definitely getting packed there. I know one of our favorite artists, Mike. He's kind of teased on his Instagram that he's moving there. We're really hoping he does, but he's more of a rapper guy. So if we can start getting that scene to Nashville, that would be absolutely amazing.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
There's no telling like what it'll be like there in like 10 years.
In 10 years,
or-
who knows, man?
There's no telling. Do you think you'll stay there for a while? after you
Dude, that's where I
graduate?
want to stay, man. I mean, we
Yeah.
just bought the house there and stuff, so that's where I want to be. But I mean,
Mhm.
you know, I want to produce all genres of music. So if that means I have to go to LA for a year or two, like
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. But like Nashville is like the place where I want to stay there, and that'd be like my home ground for sure.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Promo? Do you know where you want to go, or do you want to stay in Nashville and work for Sounds for a little while?
I mean, I do want to work for Sounds for a little while and stay
Mhm.
in Nashville. I mean, Nashville's like the big up and coming place. There's a lot of people moving here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm trying to spend at least a semester or some period of time, maybe even like the summer, interning in LA and making connections out there.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, just having that quick access to people I know out on the West Coast if I'm living here, or if I need a job, I can go out to LA and find work. So that's what I'm thinking about doing at some point.
It's all about the connections, especially, man. Because like,
True
I,
statement.
huh?
It's a very true
Oh, yeah.
statement.
Very.
I try and make mine whenever I'm down here. Like it's a little bit harder
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're not at a music school.
Mhm.
Like we could be like in a perfect bowl of music because like I showed y'all the new performing arts center we
Right.
have.
Oh yeah.
Like we could definitely draw in like artists to come perform here because we're not even an hour or two from Atlanta.
Right.
It's like we're right
Big
by
music
Atlanta.
city. Big music up there.
Oh yeah. I mean we get a little country music around here. Like we get folk music. Like I had some people on here the other day, not on this show. It was a different show, but we were talking about how this place has got potential. I would absolutely love to get some more artists to come into town because I don't know if I want to stay here. I would love to go to Nashville. I'd love to go to Austin. LA would be dope. Like LA would be so cool to go out there.
Yeah.
But you know, like you were saying about make some connections, find some work. It's not something that does it by itself. And like you were saying earlier, like you are who you surround yourself with. So if I have any message to give to the audience today is you are who you surround yourself. Oh wow. Well, you know, I try to give a message there, but you know, audience, work hard, play hard, do the right thing. You
And
already
just because
know.
you're in college does not mean you can't start making moves till you're out of college. Like so many people like give me crap like you're still in college, like why are you grinding so hard? It's like because I want to be making the money and like doing this when I'm out of college and not be trying to be in front of a house for some small concert because I can't find a job. 'Cause, like the music industry is a tough place.
Oh yeah.
Like this is not some get a degree and you're in. Like you got to work your butt off for a long time. Then it's down to luck of connections and that. 'Cause there's so many people in Nashville that are great at music.
Oh yeah.
It's all about getting in the door though and getting your music in front of people. And like that's what we preach to our artists. Like
I mean, yeah, the music business, it's like you take one day off and someone else
Exactly.
just got a step closer.
there's not a day off. And
That's what I'm
that is
saying. So,
fact.
like
0 days off?
You can't have days off if you're trying to make it in something like this.
Dude, even if you're not like making music or like say I'm not like doing something for the business, like you're watching like okay, well what's popping right now? Like what's going off? What is some trend that I can get on as well or like whatever's going on like cuz stuff is always moving, man. And you got to stay on top of what's hot.
Oh yeah. Is Sound Studios open 7 days a week?
I think we have at least one studio open 7 days a week. But yeah, we have times. We have our public hours, and then we also have private hours.
Yeah.
So like our public is for like new people, and like they can book their time, give back to the public. But then we also have our private hours where it's our like certain people that are like have been with us for a long time. They get there certain times.
Yeah.
Like,
The people that don't knock whenever they come over.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's
the people that
hours
don't
for
knock.
knocking, and then there's like the ones that know.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you mean. Well, I believe we are going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's show. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, thank you for having us,
DJP.
DJP.
Oh, dude, thank
You're
you
the
guys
man.
for coming. Hey, what's the Sound Studios ats? Let's get some ats thrown out there on the
Oh, yeah.
air so you
So,
guys can get some love on social media.
My Instagram, Noah wrote this for the money. The reason that is my beat tag is, hey, you only wrote this for the money, didn't you?
Okay.
So that's a little plug there. We have Sound Studios LLC. All the S's as said before. Sound Studios Nashville and Sound Studios Cape. So that's me.
And then my Insta is Dawson O'Brien _. Follow me, hit me up.
Y'all feel free to go hit them up. And y'all already know me at Real DJP 2020.
Yes, sir.
That's me, ladies and gentlemen. That is me. So thank you all for tuning into the show, and we will see you next time.
Peace out.